Hello, my name is Chloe. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm bringing to you my September TBR. So I'm very excited to film this because I want to know all of the books I'm reading in September, and I have a TBR jar pick left to do, so there's a little bit of mystery, but I want to know what I'm reading. I want to plan out all my reads. I am also going to be going away on holiday for a week in September, so I'm having a separate holiday TBR which I will show you in a different video, like while I'm away. But for now, let's get cracking to the books I am definitely going to be trying to read in September. Starting off with the Trash for Mass read along. I have made a Trash for Mass refresher video that went up earlier this month. Do go check it out if you are at all confused on the read along. But in September, we're going to be reading A Court of Thorns and Roses. I am so excited to read this again. I have read it twice before, and on my second read I did annotate, so I need to go back in and somehow re-annotate. I don't know how you re-annotate a book. Maybe I'm going to go in with my pens and just fully write all over this. Seeing as this is one of the original editions, I know people are going to want to kill me for that, but I mean, it's already like full of highlighter, so I can add some pen to this, right? I feel like I can't wreck it anymore. Like no one wants this, so I may as well put all my thoughts and feelings on the page too. So very excited to be reading ACOTAR again in September. Then we have the Chloe's Crime Scene Corner book. This was announced a couple months ago, but in September we'll be reading Lock Every Door by Riley Sager. I have a very mixed relationship with Riley Sager, rating some of his books 5 stars and some of them like a 3 at a push. The last one we read as a book club was Survive the Night, which was not a winner for many people, so I'm hoping Lock Every Door really hits the mark. Chelsea has described this as having vibes like American Horror Story Hotel, so hopefully that's what it gives me, because that's what I want. But yeah, kind of scared by this one because people don't like it. I'm not going to be that person. I'm going to love it. I'm going to absolutely love it. Then we have the Patreon buddy read. So every month, all members of La Push Beach and the Cullen House, my top 2 tiers, get to vote on a buddy read that they would like to do. September was really easy because Becca suggested this book and then we all just kind of agreed with Becca. So Becca picked our buddy read, and that is Gilded by Marissa Meyer. This is one of the longest standing books on my TBR, and yeah, I just haven't had the absolute pull to read it, so doing it as a buddy read is going to be very helpful. This is a King Midas retelling, is it? Or is it a completely separate thing? I got this around the same time I got Gild, so they both really confused me. All magic comes at a price, but love wasn't part of the bargain. Cursed by the god of lies, a miller's daughter has developed a talent for storytelling, but are all of her tales as false as they appear? When one of Seralda's stories draws the attention of the devastating Erkling, she finds herself swept away into a world of enchantment, where ghouls prowl the earth and ravens track her every move. The king locks Seralda, I pronounced it fine the first time, I don't know, in a castle dungeon and orders her to spin straw into gold or be killed for lying. In despair, Seralda unwillingly summons a mysterious young man to her aid, and he agrees to help her for a price. But love wasn't meant to be part of the bargain. It's the Rumpelstiltskin retelling. Oh my god. Oh my god. Spin straw into gold. How fun is that? So yeah, I'll be reading this as a buddy read with the patrons during September. The other patron thing that we have to do is the TBR jar, which is definitely a mug. There is a big mix of stuff in here. We've got like non-fictions, we've got romances, we've got such a variation that I'm always scared to pick a book out of here. But we're gonna go for this one. This has stuck in my fingers. Okay, what are you? What are you? We're upside. No. No. This is the only one in the jar I don't want. So, you know, I just casually get rid of all the giant Throne of Glass books and then I add a giant book to my September TBR. This is Imaginary Friend by Stephen Chbosky. It is 700 pages long. I don't want to read this. I don't really know why I bought it. I bought it because I used to love The Perks of Being a Wallflower. People were raving about this and then I found it in Goodwill for $1.49. That is why I bought it. Single mother Kate Reese is on the run. Determined to improve life for herself and her son Christopher, she flees an abusive relationship in the middle of the night with her child. Together they find themselves drawn to the tight-knit community of Mill Grove, Pennsylvania. It's as far off the beaten track as they can get. Just one highway in, one highway out. At first it seems like the perfect place to finally settle down. Then Christopher vanishes. For 6 long days, no one can find him, until Christopher emerges from the woods at the edge of town, unharmed but not unchanged. He returns with a voice in his head only he can hear, with a mission only he can complete. Build a treehouse in the woods by Christmas, or his mother and everyone in the town will never be the same again. So it does sound really, really interesting, but tell me why it's 700 pages long. Like we don't need to copy Stephen King. Stephen King is fine. We're reading this in September. Thanks, Michael. Thanks, Mike. I need to ask him for another book now to put in next month's jar, and he's probably going to do me dirty again. To be honest, he probably thinks he's helping me. I mean, why would I have this on my TBR if I don't want to read it? But yeah, I did not anticipate 700 pages of horror this month. What I did anticipate, because I cannot believe this new book is finally coming out in September. We have the new Jandy Nelson, which is When the World Tips Over, and I think that comes out on the 24th. So on the week that includes the 24th, wait, crap, I'm in Finland that week. Okay, this is happening while I'm in Finland, but that means I'm not going to be able to get my copy of the book. Well, it's going to be a treat when I get back. So while I'm in Finland, which, yay, soft announcement, I'm heading to Finland for a week, I'm going to be reading the other two Jandy Nelson books. These are both going to be rereads. We have The Sky is Everywhere and I'll Give You the Sun, two of my favourite books of all time, so that I can finally like reread them ready for the next release. The books aren't related in any way, but I just wanted a week of Jandy Nelson. So now we're having a week of Jandy Nelson in Finland. Okay. This one, it's got very, very short blurbs on the back, so we'll just go with those. Lenny Walker, 17, Wuthering Heights obsessed, clarinet player, band geek. Also hopeless romantic, prone to scattering poems all over town, and as of 4 weeks ago, sisterless. A heartbreaking, heart-lifting, utterly compelling and completely unforgettable novel about first love and first loss. I mean, it's exactly what it is. One of my favourite books of all time. And then we have I'll Give You the Sun, which is Jude and her twin Noah are close until a tragedy drives them apart. Now they're barely speaking and both falling for boys they can't have. Love's complicated. So yeah, both of these will be read in the week, and then I'll be reading When the World Tips Over, and I'm very, very excited to get my hands on that. So those are all the books I'm going to read in September, apart from my holiday TBR, which will go live when I'm in Spain. I am doing back-to-back weeks of traveling, like one for fun, one for work, so I need to really get my content scheduled and ready, but yes, I will now be filming my holiday TBR so that you can also see that one. Let me know if you've read any of these books, particularly Imaginary Friend. I need to hear some reviews of that one. But yeah, let me know if you've read any of them. Let me know if you're joining in with Trash for Mass or Chloe's Crime Scene Corner. Would love to chat to you about all of my reading plans this month. But for now, that's all I have time for. So thank you very, very much for watching this video. I really do hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.